Okay, hi guys, this is going to be my first tutorial. So I've decided to do it on the most essential effect in action movies, gunfire. Now this is my first tutorial, so don't expect it to be perfect, but here goes. Okay, hi guys, and welcome to our very first tutorial. In this tutorial, we're going to be creating this muzzle flash. Now, there's no sound, but as you can see, we've got some muzzle flash, got some sparks, and a bit of distortion around there as well, just to sell the effect. Alright, so we're going to open up Adobe After Effects, create a new composition, make it 1280 by 720 and 29.97 frames per second. We're going to drag our footage down into the composition, just center it up like that. Now it's a bit too big, so I'm going to scale it down a bit. That should make it just right. Okay, so if we play through it, you can see that I'm pulling the gun out and I'm starting to shoot. So we'll just trim the clip about there, drag it over. Please ignore the annoying girl in the background. Okay, then at this part here he shoots. Alright, so we're just going to get some muzzle flashes and drag and drop it in there. Let's get it up to exactly the right point. Okay, that's good. Okay, just gonna Action Essentials 2, and we'll get this one. I didn't actually get this from Action Essentials. You can find this on Google Images. Just a muzzle flash. Drag and drop it on there and scale it down a bit. Then I'm going to change the screen mode to the transfer mode to add. Add. Or now, actually, I think it looked better on screen, so I'll keep it with that. What do you think, Mikey?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay, yeah, it should maybe a bit small. Okay, that looks good. Right there, then we're going to trim it so it just lasts for 1 frame. So it looks like that. Actually, we might extend it a bit so it's like that for 2 frames. Yeah, okay, that looks good. Now, when you play it through slowly, you can tell it lines up and everything, but when you play it through really fast, just like that, you can't really tell. So then we're going to duplicate this layer, make this bottom layer a bit longer. And then we're going to go up here to Effect, Blur and Sharpen, and apply a Gaussian blur. Then turn blurriness up a bit, like that, so it looks really blurry. And we're going to scale it up a bit, like that, and turn the opacity down a bit. So it's just like a blur around there like that. So it just makes it look a bit more better. Actually, I might even turn the scale up a bit, blurriness up. Might actually turn the opacity down a bit like that. Okay, how do you think that looks, Mikey? All good?
Yep.
Alright, okay, so then what we're going to do, we need some sparks. So we're going to go over to Action Essentials 2, which is it's $99 from Video Copilot. Definitely worth it. Then go to, let's see, what did I use? I think I used Particle Hits for this. And Core Kit 2, I think I used that. Yeah, okay, that's good. It has lots of sparks and stuff. Then, okay, I'm just going to go to the project and drag and drop this in, Core Kit 2, like that, bring it up to the spot where it's just all the sparks. I'm going to scale it down a bit, and then put it underneath both the muzzle flashes like that. So then it looks like that. Actually, that's probably a bit too quick. I'm just going to scale it up a bit, maybe like that. So then it keeps the some of the smoke. Actually, there isn't that much smoke in that one. Choose a different one. 3. Actually, that one there looks pretty good. Core Kit 4. Just put that on there. And scale it down a bit. Like that. And then again put it underneath there like that. See how that looks. Okay, that actually looks pretty good. You can see there's a bit of smoke there. If you want to add a bit more smoke, like if it's just going to be one shot, you can add another one there. So there's a bit more smoke, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it like that. Okay, so I'm going to grab all those and go to Layer, Pre-Compose. No, actually I won't do that yet. Duplicate them. Command D if you're on a Mac, or Control D I think if you're on a PC. I think. I'm going to go up to the next shot where he shoots. It should be about there. Bring it over a bit, and then position them all about there. to just rotate that a bit so it looks like that. So it's in a different angle. There we go. I'm going to go to Layer, Pre-Compose, Pre-Compose all that. And then pre-compose all that. There's ones there as well. So I could name it, but I'm just going to leave it like that. Couldn't be bothered naming it. Too much work. Okay, so then I'm going to go, no, actually on second thoughts I'm not going to pre-compose it, I'll just leave it like that. Alright, so then I'm just going to duplicate all of these. Bring them up to the top here again. Find the next spot where he shoots, which would probably be about there. Put him on top there. Just position it all correctly. Remember that we've got these ones here as well. Yep, that looks good. Drag it over a bit. Go to this spot right here. Duplicate those again. And then place them on there. And then that's the part where he stops shooting, brings the gun back up again. So we'll just leave it like that. Alright, so that, now I won't bother about saving it. That looks pretty good. But as we can see in this video, where was it? It was under, I just need to find it again. Okay, but as we can see this video here, there's a bit of distortion there as well, which, you know, kind of just makes it look a lot better. So to get that, this is where it starts to get a bit more complicated. Just make a new composition. Make it, yeah, keep it all exactly the same size. Again, please ignore the disturbance in the background there. Make a new solid. I'll make it 720 by 720. Just make it white so you can see it. Against the black background. Like that. Okay, then I'm going to go up here, hold that down, then come to the ellipse tool, double click it, then instantly we have a circle there. Go to the mask, Control D again to duplicate it. Then go up to the top one here and select subtract. And then I'm going to bring that down a bit. Nope, sorry, wrong way. Oops, wrong one. There we go, subtract there for the bottom one, and then bring that down a bit. So, we'll say 50%. Well, actually, no, at the start, I'm just going to bring that all the way down. So, yeah, about there. Put a keyframe on it. Go to this top one, put a keyframe on it, and then bring that all the way down to, so we can just see it maybe about there. Oh, no, so we can't see it at all. Then go to maybe frame 10, expand it, so it looks like that. And then this bottom one, expand this, so it looks like that. And then we're just going to turn the feather up to maybe about there, and then the top feather, the top one up to maybe about there. And I might actually bring this down a bit just to make it look really awesome, like that. Just, you know, a lot of playing around with it to just get it absolutely perfect. So now we have this, which actually looks pretty good. And then we're just going to hit T, go to stopwatch in the opacity, go to 0, go maybe 5 frames back, and then turn up to 100. So now it slowly fades out like that. Going to go back over to Comp 1. Okay, then we're just going to drag Comp 2 in on top of it like that. Bring it over so it's just on the right spot. Right there. Actually, we'll come to C so we can see it. There we go. So it just bring this here so we can see it. So it comes out like that. Perfect. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to go to Effects and Presets and type in Displacement. Well, if you just do DIS, Displacement Map, drag and drop it onto this bottom layer. Then come up here to the Displacement Map layer and click on Comp 2, or whatever you named that second composition. I've just got it Comp 2. And then turn Comp 2 off down here in the timeline. And so now you can actually see it slightly, bit of distortion on there. Just where the muzzle flash was. Actually, that may not be enough, but well, you know, it looks good. So actually, no, I think we might go over here. So now everything we do in this composition, comp 2 will affect here back in comp 1. So I might actually make it a bit more obvious. Just turn this back on again, masks, and let's see, I'll turn the feather down a bit. Let's, a bit more obvious, and just turn the opacity on for a moment just so I can see. A lot of playing around with it just to get absolutely perfect. Alright. Yeah, okay, actually that looks a lot better. Just turn the opacity down to 0. Okay, now you can definitely see a definite, sort of, distortion there, which looks really cool. Okay, so now I'm just going to position this. No, hang on, this. So it starts right there. So now I'm just going to position this about, where was it, about there. Over here, see how that looks. See the distortion. It's about there, so just place that about there. And then drag that over there. Okay, now I don't know if you can really see that, but it looks pretty good. Actually, I might even bring all these over. Maybe frame 7 right there, frame 7. Just try that. Just going to drag all these keyframes, so just 2 of them over there. Okay, so now we have a bit of distortion there, which looks really cool. So I'm just going to come over here and duplicate this. And I'm just going to count how many frames we have over here. It's 5. Just going to duplicate this and carry it 5 frames over that way. Duplicate it again. Carried another 5 frames over, and I think we've got 5 muzzle flashes, so we'll just do it one last time. Sorry if I'm boring you a bit, but it's the first tutorial, still getting used to it. Okay, and that looks pretty good if we speed it up really fast. Alright. And then after this you can go and color correct it and everything. You might want to add a bit of a bullet case coming out there. Actually, I might actually do that, just, so we can do everything in this tutorial. Let's see, bullet shells. Shells, just full shells. Right there, so just see how it looks. That looks good. Drag and drop it in here to After Effects. Like that. Make it a bit smaller, so, maybe that sort of size. Bring it over a bit. Go to position, take the position keyframe. Go forwards about, I don't know, maybe that many, it doesn't really matter. And drag it over that way. And then just lift this up a bit so it sort of looks like it's going up. And now, okay, so we'll just put this underneath all the rest of everything else, so it's on top. And it looks like that. Actually, that actually looks a bit too big. So just bring this down to maybe 6. So it's probably a bit too small. We'll just say 8. Yeah, okay, that looks good. So you can see the little case there. Actually, it might be falling down a bit too quickly, so just go back to position and drag it over there like that. That actually looks pretty good. Alright, so it looks like that. Yep, alright, that's good. I'm just going to duplicate it. Bring it over this way, duplicate it, bring it over, duplicate it, bring it over. Make sure to line it up with these. And duplicate it and bring it over one last time. So now it looks like that. Alright, that looks pretty good. Although we might actually randomize it a bit, sort of move these around so they come from some different angles. Make it look interesting. because it, you know, doesn't look right when all the shells are coming from exactly the same spot. Yeah, okay, seeing that looks. Just play through it. There we go. Yeah, okay, that looks pretty good. Yeah, alright, so that's how you create that muzzle flash. And of course, after this, you know, you can go put it in your movie and do anything you want with it. And of course, you didn't have to do it exactly as I did it here. You can make your own modifications, do whatever looks good. And yeah. Okay, so that's about it. So yeah.